So in this video, you're gonna see who is the strongest pound for pound Star Wars actor. And so some quick Star Wars facts. George Lucas actually intended for the lightsaber to be a galactic version of the medieval two-handed sword. This is why everyone in the original trilogy uses two hands on their sabers. And what this does, this actually gives us an idea that the lightsaber should be anywhere from 6 to 11 pounds. So wielding a lightsaber isn't just a flick of the wrist, like some of the Jedi that you see would make you believe. And so it's no wonder Sabine noticed the weight right away when she picked the darksaber up. We also see Din Djarin and Paz Vizsla struggle with the darksaber. So we know you can't just be any old slouch in Star Wars and wield a lightsaber. So I chose 3 actors based off of their impressive and viral shirtless photos when they came out, and I'm sure there are stronger side characters, and to be honest, Wrecker would definitely win this if we were going off Star Wars characters. But for now, let's just focus on core human characters. So number 1, right off the bat, we have Adam Driver, aka Kylo Ren. And at 6'3", 195, and a former Marine, Driver was no stranger to the physicality required of a force-wielding soldier, and he actually hit the gym to prepare for his role. Shane Finn, who owned the gym in Kerry, Ireland, where Driver was training for The Last Jedi, actually described the actor as one of the nicest guys he ever had in the gym, and said that Driver made an effort to thank all the staff for their recommendations. And one thing that I found really interesting in researching this is, in Rolling Stone, Adam Driver actually said, "I have to move violently once a day or I'll lose my mind." So that gives us an idea that the guy knows what he's doing with a barbell and that he's pretty strong. All right, so next we have Hayden Christensen, aka Anakin Skywalker. And at 6 foot 185 when he filmed Revenge of the Sith, he would have been a pretty strong guy. Him and Ewan McGregor actually trained for 2 months in fencing and in fitness in preparation for their epic battle in Episode 3. And as a result of their practice, the speed at which Kenobi and Vader engage in the duel, as completed in the movie, is actually the speed in which it was filmed. It was not accelerated, and that's because these guys were so strong and so fit. And Hayden told Sci-Fi Online that they wanted him to bulk up for the part. Now, he's normally around 6 foot 160. So normally he's not walking around as the beefy Jedi that we see in Episode 3. He says, "They wanted me to bulk up for the part. So I was getting ready for these lightsaber fights and I was on a strict diet, eating 6 meals a day on every protein weight gain supplement that man has created. I could eat anything. It was just a matter of trying to consume as many calories as possible because I was working out twice a day with my trainer for 5 to 6 hours every day. I was constantly exerting myself. So it was never a concern that I shouldn't eat such and such type of food. It was definitely a concerted effort." And so, like I said, he put on 25 pounds for the film, and he went from 160 pounds to 185 pounds. But then he says, "I've lost it all. I've come from a background of always wanting to put on weight. I played ice hockey growing up, and I was always the smallest kid in the league. I always wanted to be bigger." So we get a sense that Hayden Christensen, while he bulked up for Revenge of the Sith, isn't likely the strongest actor in the Star Wars universe. Next up, we have Tamora Morrison, aka Boba Fett. And at 5'7", 165 pounds, we know Tamora is a stocky guy from Polynesia. And for his role with Boba Fett, he had to work at getting healthy following his wrestle with the Sarlacc. And Morrison knew that when it came to showing Fett fully healed, he needed to do his progress justice. At 60 years old, Morrison is in incredible shape. I think there's no denying that. For his physique, his build, and his body fat percentage, it's very impressive. And he brings that brutality to the character through blunt force and exerting that way of fighting, courtesy of his time as we see with the Sand People. And in an interesting interview speaking with the project from Los Angeles when he was filming the Book of Boba Fett, Morrison took the host on a virtual tour of his home gym. From every weight imaginable to a variety of weapons, he showed what components he used to keep himself in fighting shape daily. A grueling day of filming was required for just a few minutes of action on the screen, but Morrison kept himself prepared and provided a particularly impressive physicality to the role of Boba Fett. So with that said, who is the strongest Star Wars actor? I think Tamora Morrison definitely is strong, especially for his age. And at 5'7", around 165, he's definitely a bowling ball. But I also feel like at his age, he's not as strong as maybe he might have been in his prime. And then speaking of prime, I think Hayden Christensen in his prime, when he was training for Revenge of the Sith and when he was bulked up, would definitely have been strong. but I don't see him being the strongest guy considering his normal frame is at 160 pounds. So that leaves us with Adam Driver, who plays Kylo Ren, and I think he is pound for pound the strongest actor in Star Wars. Anytime you get someone former military, familiar with Olympic weightlifting, that person's gonna be able to throw some weight around, and at 6'3", 195, 200 pounds, he's gonna have a ton of leverage to be able to lift strong. And considering how that guy approaches acting, I bet he approaches his training and physique with the same rigidity, focus, and structure. So with all that said, this is definitely a fitness channel for Star Wars fans, and I want to invite you to my fitness community. It's called Republic Army Fit, and we're actually going to be doing an 8-week Kenobi Kickstart program starting on May 23rd, that Monday right before the Kenobi show releases. All right, it's gonna have prizes, workouts, nutrition tips, community events, and more. And if you wanna see if you are in shape for the Kenobi Kickstart, try the 501st 5-day challenge. That's gonna be your trooper training boot camp to make sure that you're ready. All right, guys, that's all for now. Be sure and share this with a Star Wars fan or friend. There's gonna be a link in the description for the Facebook group and the Discord where you can find more information on the Kenobi 8-week challenge. If you enjoy the content, subscribe to the channel, like this episode, and ding that bell for notifications. This is CT3939 signing out. I'll catch you on the next Trooper Transmission.